go. Dum dum.
No way. It's an Octane.
Yes.
No way. I've never seen one of these in person.
Me neither.
Yeah, me neither. I bought it last night.
Pop the hood for us.
Pop the hood.
Is that a 785? Is that what they call it? That's sexy.
That's
Isn't
sweet.
that cool?
Look at that.
All right, you got
Factory B
to
pipe.
love how the stock setup
Stock.
is an adapter plate
Yeah.
to another aftermarket exhaust for a Superjet.
Okay.
Almost looks like a Superjet tank.
Oh yeah,
You know?
it looks like they copied the Superjet tank. The pump in that stuff is basically Superjet. Like, it is technically different, but it's basically Superjet.
Awesome.
The pole, I think that's basically Superjet too.
Yeah, it's a Umi pole.
It's gonna be epic. Polaris Octane. Here we go.
Going to head on over to the track, and Jacob and I are both going to be trying his new Octane. I wanted to get some follow footage of him so that you guys could see what a somewhat experienced rider looked like on this thing. I am a complete noob when it comes to riding stand-up, so it's not going to be terribly impressive seeing me ride it.
You don't have to go hard or anything. Just enjoy yourself. I'll film you testing your new ski.
Yeah. All right.
I definitely need more practice. fine. Oh my god, I hit the water hard.
What did you do? What I did over there?
Yeah, basically I started leaning and I couldn't get back, and then I just fell off.
Okay. I will say, that thing rips. It does handle at least a little bit.
You look so cool with those safety glasses on. Stay away from the red ski with the guy in the black on it, because, whoa, he's a maniac. Maniac. Did it? Yeah. This is only running on one.
My X2 is giving Jacob some issues. I think we got some of the electronics wet and it is randomly shutting off for Jacob. The Octane is having some carburetor issues. It doesn't like to be driven around at low throttle, and I'm fairly new at this, so I'm driving it around at low throttle, and every now and then it drops down to one cylinder.
Jacob has already been playing with modifying his already new modified ski, factory modified ski, and he just told me that he put an intake grate on it. Yep. He had hypothesized yesterday, that's a big word, that a stock Yamaha grate would work actually better than the one on it. And what's your thoughts on that?
Yeah, the 1991 VXR intake grate works perfect on here. Or at least it's definitely an improvement over the Jet Dynamics for like if you actually want to make this thing turn.
Cool. I have ridden it, as you guys saw from the footage that I got. It does have some weird handling issues with the original intake grate, so yeah. It slammed me and Jacob both pretty hard with the with the one that was on there.
Yep. I didn't figure out about switching my stance until like 5 years into riding stand-ups.
Yeah, I've snowboarded and I ride snowboard front right foot forward, so that was my natural way to do it. But yeah, as soon as I switched feet, I could actually turn to the left. Oh my goodness, that takes so much energy.
Yeah, I mean that's definitely a tricky ski to do that with.
Yeah.
What do you think about it compared to that SXR you rode?
I think the SXR with the long ride plate on it, I think this actually handles fairly similar to it now with that intake grate. It didn't have the speed, and it had a better response down low.
That response just totally changes the way you have to ride it. Yeah.
It seems to want to slide a little bit more in the corners now, but I think that's probably partly my technique too. I'm not being aggressive in the corners. Cool. Well, thanks for letting me try your brand new ski.
Yeah, well, I'm sure there's going to be more to come. I think I need to lower the pop off.
It seems better down low though, is it?
It's kind of, yeah, it's okay down low. It's not amazing. You know, you want to try it and see what you think?
I'll see what I think. say it's...
Maybe a bigger jet on bottom and a pop off.
Yeah, bigger jet on bottom, and then yeah, it might be pop off because it doesn't always do it. Sound I make when I'm really excited about low speed springs.
Yeah, I like that.
Maybe we can use like one of the keys or something. Aha! Funky bits.
Yeah, just adjust it with one of those.
I think I'm gonna pick some Cheez-Its up. Oh, I grabbed too many items. I'm gonna have to put one back. Who wants to ruin their fingernails?
It's not like way rich, but it feels like it could be
a little bit of.
Yeah.
Is it kind of poor? So we probably did almost nothing on that little adjustment because the fine screw.
Because it's very fine.
But, we did try.
It's better than nothing. All right. Plus, it gave me time to rest a little.
Exactly.
There was nothing really wrong with it. But after doing some modifications, testing and tuning on the Octane, I am doing some practice so that I can do a timed lap of the track. We'll talk a little bit more about what those modifications were at the end of this video.
Stupid, and I hate it. It's stupid. Ah!
That was awesome!
Joel has separated himself from the ski. Joel's a little... Got the ski in the weeds over there.
I shouldn't have backed off. The way that I fell, I managed to slide across the water. I hope that showed up on film. That was crazy. I went down. Oh no, I broke the throttle. Guys.
Friggin' slashing!
I can't drive that. Oh, I think I might have concussed myself again. When I crashed the first time, I broke your throttle somehow.
You broke the throttle?
Yeah.
What do you mean? Oh.
I have no idea how.
So basically, I need to go in and find some way to alleviate this problem.
I don't know if I can drive this.
I
smashed my head really hard there.
What did you smash your head on?
The water.
Oh. You must not be an octard.
Okay, so I might have broken Jacob's ski.
Yeah, that's the rumor. It's a rumor going around town.
The last time I passed by, I was driving it, just like pulling it with my fingers like this. Wow. Oh, and then I just got the jet pump to the
pills? Right in the pills.
This Octane does not like me.
I'm ready to go back. Joel, which one do you need to take?
I'll take, well...
You know what? You broke the lever.
I broke the lever.
So you should have to try to ride that back.
Yeah. Yep. It's not that bad when you're kind of getting, it's hard to get on it that way, but... And that's where the Octane story ends, because quite honestly, it shook my brain pretty good. I took a couple pretty hard falls on it, and I'm not scared of this thing per se. It's not quite as scary as the Sea Rat, but it did rattle my brain a little bit, and I was a little fuzzy for a day or so. So this thing works extremely well. The modifications that Jacob has done to it has made it handle a lot better, and also it has a lot more bottom end. Quite unfortunately, I was an idiot and I didn't wear my helmet or helmet cam when I went out to test it after doing some adjustments. And yeah, it would have been good footage because I was thrilled with the way this thing worked. I would never have expected it to work as good as it does with a single carb, but it completely changes this ski. It has way more bottom end. If it loses maybe a mile an hour on top end, it might, but I would be surprised. It just completely changes the ski. So yeah, way to go, Jacob, on the modifications on this. This guy, badass, gets a brand new Octane, and as rare as it is, he's not afraid to start hacking it up and changing things. So
making me blush.
Let's see what he did in there, and we'll have him tell us a little bit about what he did, and then we'll take a look at it. What did you think of it, pure stock? What did you think of it?
Pure stock, I'm gonna tell you, half throttle and under, nobody was home, and I mean nobody. It would do nothing until you got past half throttle, and then it screamed on top, right? And so there was just no bottom to mid transition. Took the dual key and carbs off, put a single Mikuni 44 mil on this thing. It was very cheap to do. That really cleaned up the bottom end transition, made it so that there actually was some throttle modulation that was possible to do.
Sweet.
So it actually has a chance when you're not on the pipe.
Nice. All right, let's have a look and see. Okay, first of all, where did you get the manifold?
Manifold I got on eBay for $20, which I pre-made a bunch of these little Key and Mikuni adapters. So I had that laying around, stuck that on there, and had to port match it and all that stuff. Weld a little cable holder onto it, And then I just had one of the Mikuni carbs laying around and I slapped that baby on and let her rip.
Sweet. All right, I'll hold the handle pole up. Let's show the people.
Let's show ya.
Take a little look.
All right.
So what was that manifold off of?
Some Polaris sit-down ski. Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
That nobody cares about. I don't think anybody else on the internet has put a single Mikuni on one of these, and it's good. So it sounds like Joel really likes what this carb did to the whole power on this and the overall usability. You don't have this rubbing on here like in
now,
stock.
I'm gonna tell you something.
Huh?
I'm gonna tell you, as every Octard will tell you, there is no way that this is gonna work because that filter is gonna smash into your hood. You're not gonna be able to get your hood on, and it's gonna ruin that fancy filter. What do you have to say about that? It's not gonna work.
I'm also ruining the resale value too.
Oh.
How you like that?
Oh boy.
We're screwing up the resale, we're screwing up the ski, you know. Okay, honest question for anybody watching. Does anybody actually know how many of these things were made? I would be curious to know.
That I would love to know.
I couldn't
as
find
well.
that on the internet anywhere. I couldn't even find it on a forum where somebody was full of crap trying to claim a number, so.
Cool. All right, now I'm going to throw in a clip of pretty much within the first half an hour of you trying this thing. Oh, no! Oh, that looked painful. Ooh, so what did you do to change the handling of this thing?
Well, thank you for asking, Joel. So for our handling mods, we replaced this Jet Dynamics junk intake grate. Got rid of this.
Trash.
We put on a true performance masterpiece with the 1990 Wave Runner VXR stock intake grate.
Nice. That's a beaut.
And that allowed us to actually have some ability to tilt it over on its side a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, it sounds like we all agreed that it seemed a lot easier to ride after that.
For sure. So not only did Jacob and I ride this, but Josh tried it as well, and he actually didn't completely eat it like Jacob and I did before he had changed out the intake grate. So I would say that it probably changed the handling significantly because we all know Josh is not the stand-up guy.
The first person on the internet to ever put an intake grate like that on a ski and say it was better, and the first person probably on the internet to put a single carb on an Octane and say it was great. So yeah,
I think both of these modifications are awesome, and yeah, congratulations on them.
thank you very much. Thank you to everybody who enjoyed the video.
It was more steady than yesterday. I wish it was. I'm assuming more than that. Really
Do you wish it was a Superjet?
Well, if it was a Superjet, he'd just have two Superjets.
Yeah.
So no,
One of them would be working.
it's a good experience.
Did you like it?
Let's be honest. It was
Would-
okay.
If you were going to compare this SXR 800 or a steaming pile of turds, what would you say?
How does this? I've never ridden a steaming pile of turds.
Good answer.